Okay. I
Okay.
am thinking of having the connection on my iPad, so which will be the better.
Mm-hmm.
So that way I can take a note on my laptop. Let's see. You can start the session.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Yes. Last time, what we discussed, we had a simple hello world program by using command line, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now we will see the same hello world program by using Eclipse.
Mhm.
And do you have any idea about Eclipse?
Yeah. I'm currently using it.
Yeah, Eclipse, you have ideas, and then no need to explain what is Eclipse and all, right?
Correct.
Okay. And to use Eclipse, we need to install JDK before that.
Correct.
So once you have JDK, then you can download Eclipse. Then you can click on the eclipse.exe, and then it will open directly the window. So then it look like this. I think we already created last time one sample program. This is the one, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a simple program what we have created last time, and every class or every project whatever you are going to write should have some classes, correct? One or
Correct.
more classes.
Mm-hmm.
So in that, definitely one class should have this public static void main.
Correct.
So this is the starting point of or trigger point of your program or your project or whatever.
Mhm.
So this for time being, just you can consider public static void main should be there for a class, that you can say it's a trigger class or main class.
Correct.
So whenever you are running this class, so it will start from this method. So it will enter into this method and it will start execution from this onwards. Let's suppose if we have here hundreds of lines. So it will start from line number 1 and it will keep executing the all lines. Okay, this is a class and this is called method. Method having some, this is called return type, what you are trying to return. So return means let's suppose you are writing a function or functionality. Functionality means you will write some logic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you are writing that logic, at the end of your logic, you have to conclude some results, right?
Correct.
There is two ways. If you want to conclude some results, you can return the results. Okay, let me write. So notepad. So method means, first method we will see. So this is one of the example for method. This is a method. Okay. So method is having a return type.
Correct.
Okay. Return type means this is an so this is a method name and this is a return type. Correct. So for just today we will start method and return type. So this is a return type and this is a method name. So what is the purpose of return type? So when you are writing some logic, we need to conclude at the end of your logic execution, we need to conclude. So we got this is the results, correct? We have to return the results back, correct?
Yes.
In
Mm-hmm.
some time, if you want to return the results, there is so many ways to return the results. Else, if you don't have anything to return, then you can say void.
So whenever I said the bird is not gonna
Yes,
return.
it will not return anything.
Okay.
Just still you are executing some business logic, but finally you are not going to return anything.
So which is not gonna print when you say the return, right?
Yeah, it will execute everything whatever you are writing here. I'll give you an example also. It will execute everything, but return means at the end of the line, right? At the end of your lines, you are not going to use any return word. So this is called return.
Okay.
So if you say void, if you see here, what is the return type here?
It's a public return type is void.
Void. So in this method, did you see any return statement? Return
No.
means kind of like this.
Return, right? No, I don't see.
Yes, void means you no need to return anything. Okay, this is one example. Void. Say for instance, you are writing a business logic, 10 lines. At the end of your 10 lines, you concluded the results is 10. Sorry, means 11. So you want to return it, return 11.
Okay.
So the example is, let me write a different method here. Public. For time being, you can ignore. Return type, I want to return integer. So,
Okay.
and method name is add. So this is my method. So what is my method name?
Add.
Add. And what is my return type?
Integer.
So do you know the data types?
Integer is a number that is.
Yes, number. And we have some other data types also. Do you have any idea about data types?
Integer, there is a string which is gives the value.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
character.
Data types, there is, I can explain you. So what are the different types of return types? So this is one return type, correct?
Correct.
Integer.
Right.
And the second one is void. This is also one return type, but we are not returning anything, but this is one of the return type, correct?
Correct. Okay.
So first we will see return types.
Okay.
Return types are like a void. Void, you know, right now, if you're not returning anything, then you can mention void, correct?
Correct.
And let's suppose if you want to return anything, then mention int. First we will see what is the int sample example. Let's suppose this is your method and you are doing here. Let's suppose, and okay. And after that, this is a method and you will see open bracket, close bracket, correct?
Correct.
So if you want to give some instructions or some input to your method, you have to pass over here.
Which is parameterization.
Parameters, yes. Say for instance, x comma y. I want to give two numbers as an input.
Right.
This is called arguments. And this is called return type. This is called method name, and this is called arguments or input.
Okay.
So now you have a input. So now you have to write your business logic.
Well, let's say x equal 5, y equal 10 or something.
Yes, whatever. So anyway, you will get values. Inside this x, you have some value. Inside this y, you have some value. Just assume. So what you have to do, you have your business logic is return x plus y. So this is your business logic.
Okay.
So what you are trying to do, you are calculating the sum of two numbers and finally you are returning the sum.
Okay.
Two, if you are trying to add two integers, the results will be integer only. Correct? Now what you are trying to do here, you are adding two numbers. So just make it simple. Take another number, integer z equal to x plus y. So this is your business logic.
Okay.
Finally, you return z.
Okay.
So now just make it simple. We are in initial stage. So this is your method. And the return type is integer and method name is add, and inputs are two numbers, correct?
Correct.
And this is your business logic.
Okay.
At the end of your business logic, what you are trying to do here?
I want to return the value.
Yes. So you want to return the value. And type is
Int.
integer.
I mean the numbers. Which is
yes.
int.
So you have to mention the data type, same data type. Okay. This is one example. Okay, let me give another example.
So just a
Yeah.
quick question. Can you
Hmm?
return the for instance, if you assign a variable to the x and y,
Mhm.
and can you print that value with the by saying that return z? Is this gonna print something?
Yeah, let's suppose, yeah. If you want to print,
So then okay.
so you
Some
can print.
okay. Z. Okay.
Execute your business logic. Also, your print, you want to display something, display here and return finally.
Okay. So okay, but I thought that it's going to be print is going to be return. When you're doing the sysout, you're displaying the function, whatever the result is coming out.
Yes.
So return, isn't it the same thing? Isn't it? It's not going to print.
No, return will print. So whatever you are writing from starting to from starting number of line till before return, it will print everything. If you are writing any sysouts, it will print.
Okay. So without writing a
Without
sysout,
writing sysout, it will not print anything. If you want,
but it will be holding the value in
yes,
return.
yes, it will holding. If you want to see the results in console here,
Okay, so yeah, in a console, okay. So in order to see the in a console, the result is I have to write the sys out. But if I wanted to hold the value, so if I write
then
the return, that will hold the value.
yes, it will hold the value. Yes,
Okay, all right.
yes, it will hold the value, but you are not able to see anywhere. If you want to
Correct.
see the
Got
value,
it.
you have to
I
write
have to.
sysout.
Okay, got it.
Okay, this is an example of method. So
Mhm.
in this case, inputs are two numbers, correct?
Correct.
So let's suppose there is another method I will write. So this is one class, right?
Mm-hmm.
Class name is sample. And inside the class, what I'm trying to do here, just I copy pasted same code. So now did you see the compilation errors?
Yes,
So why? Because let me see what is that error. What it is telling?
it's a duplicate because you're using the same
Yes,
method.
same method name and arguments also.
It's the same.
So basically, it will not allow. Java will not allow. I mean, it's basically it's a case sensitive. So it will not allow variable names. I mean, a duplicate variable names. Why? Because here method name is same and arguments are also same data type. Correct?
Correct.
So that's what it is saying. Duplicate method. So to remove this one, just to change that one, what I'm trying to do here, int
You can assign another value.
p p. Now it's different, right?
Yeah, it is a difference now.
Now the errors are gone. So inputs arguments are up to you. How many you want, you can pass it.
Right.
So
Okay.
this is another example of a method.
Mhm. As long as it does not remains the same.
Yes, method name is same, but arguments are different, right?
Correct. Right.
So now both are different, correct?
Correct.
So compiler will not say anything. Okay, now let me give another example. So this is integer means number. So the data types we will see first. So this is one of the data type, integer. Okay, let
Right.
me tell you integer and so we have different data types: byte, bit, char, string, string, integer, long, float, double, and these are the sum of the data type for time being you can assume, and array.
Error. Yeah. Error list.
So these are the sum of the data types. And in this list, what database you had or you used so far?
So far I use string lot
Uh-huh.
of, and I use little bit of the
In,
array.
uh-huh.
And I haven't used char, byte, bit yet.
Yes.
But I don't get to use heavily because
Yes. Yeah. So you know string. String. What is the string means?
string is a moreover is a character value
Yes,
that.
bunch of characters. We can able to save more than one char, one or more than one. The example is string name equal to XYZ. If you want to save, if you want to hold more than one character, you can use XYZ.
Right.
So this is one of the example of
String.
string. Let's suppose if you want to hold only one char, what I will do, I will declare here. Let me write one more method. So how to write a method? So I don't want to return anything. Void
Mm-hmm.
data type demo. So this is my method name, and I'm not taking any inputs. So this is a sample method, right?
Right. But you.
Yeah.
Okay. But you didn't write the public void. So okay.
Yeah. For time being, you can ignore public. I will later. I will explain what is the public.
Okay. Sure.
So first method name and return type.
Mm-hmm.
Public I will explain you later. Slowly I will explain you everything. I will explain you all the keywords: public, static, void, main.
Yeah. Also, if you can give me the like explanation next to it, like writing a void, what does exactly void means? Tomorrow I'm gonna log in from my iPad, so
Mm-hmm.
I'll take in the site note as well.
Yeah. Void means, let's suppose if you don't want to return anything, then you can mention anything. See, in this method, let's suppose this is my business logic. There is so many lines is there. Finally, I don't want to return anything, so that's what I mentioned void.
Okay, so if you don't want to return anything, then you're just saying the void. Okay.
Yes, that's all. If you see this method, so at the end of my business logic, what I'm trying to do here?
I'm returning. That's why I used
Yes.
int.
So that is the difference between void and int.
Okay.
So whatever you want to return, you have to mention that particular data type. If you want to return a string, let's suppose, say for instance, copy this one. I will give another example. Name, and take to string x, comma string y. And here what you will do? You take another string z equal to x plus y, and finally you are going to return string. Correct? What you are trying to return here?
I'm trying to return a string, right?
Yes, string. But what is the data type you mentioned here? Integer. So mismatch, right?
It doesn't match, right?
Yes, that's what compilation is telling. Mismatch, cannot convert from string to integer. So what you have to mention here?
String, right?
Then gone.
So still, whenever I say the string, so still is gonna return the value, right?
Correct. Yes. Whatever you are trying to return, the same data type you have to mention as part of your return.
Okay. Okay.
This is clear. Data type is clear.
Mm-hmm.
So now integer, you know what is integer. You know string, what is string, right?
Right. Integer is more about that you have to hold the
Yes.
value. It
Yes.
deals with a number.
Number. Yes. Integer x equal to 10. So this is one example of integer. And the string equal to name equal to xyz. This is a name. Integer string. Now, I told you, right, there is so many data types. So let me give another example. So this is integer is one of the data type to hold a number. So there is some other data types also we have to hold numbers. Like integer is one data type. Long L equal to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So this is also holding number, right? A long data type.
Right.
Correct? But what is the difference between these two? We have a numbers. Say for instance, 10 is a number, right? and let me give 11 also number. These two are numbers, right?
Right.
But why we are using two different data types, integer and long? Okay, let me give you.
Okay, so I think I can understand. Okay.
Correct. Now see, it's error,
Right.
error, error, error,
It's
error.
integer is hold a certain value, certain number of the value, but long it holds a
A bigger numbers,
infinity number.
bigger numbers you can say. Now also still error.
So integer holds a smaller portion of the number. Okay. But it was giving an error. Now it's not giving it.
Yes. See, now it's giving an error, right?
Right.
So this x, when you can say total how many is there, what it's telling that literal is out of range. There is a certain range is there for integer. After that, it's not able to hold. Say for instance, what I will do, I will copy the same number and I will assign to long.
But long. Okay.
What it's telling, type it out of range. Yes. Did you see there long can able to hold? At the end, what you have to put here, L.
Okay.
So you can type whatever number you want. At the end, you have to put L. Then it can able to hold that much number. If you want, you can add some more number also. It can hold. See. So if you want to hold a bigger numbers, then we have to use long.
It's 8 o'clock.
So now you got to know the difference between integer and long, right?
Correct.
So if you want to hold a bigger numbers, then you have bigger number than int, then you can use a long.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the size of this integer if you want? Then we need to just, I will, if you want to know, but it's not required. Nobody will ask that integer size and all.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the maximum value it can able to hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till to this number. Maybe what is say this one? This much number it can able to hold maximum.
Correct.
If you enter 49, it will fail. If you enter 49, it will fail.
Okay. So is holds until 648, and then if I add
Yes, maximum. And then you can say 2 power 31. If you want to hold more than bigger than that value, then you have to go for a long. Long can able to hold this much size. Did you see that?
right.
So that is the difference between integer and long.
Okay.
Okay, now you got it right.
Correct.
So what you have to do, you have to remove one value and save it, and remove another value. So remove. Yes, it can able to hold that much. If you want to hold beyond this, then you have to use long. For the end of the long, what you have to mention? You have to mention L. This is the syntax you need to follow. It will consider this number only, but as per JVM to understand, we have to mention L.
Right.
Okay. Now you got it right, integer and long difference.
Right.
Okay. Now say for instance, want to write integer y equal to 10, 12.32. Did you see there compilation error?
Yes.
Y. So type mismatch cannot convert from double to int. So if you want to mention some decimal points,
So I need to use a float, right?
yes, float. So integer should not be used. So,
Okay.
so it is working, correct?
Correct.
So again, what it is saying, it's a mismatch. So it is telling, see, double to float. So let me give double. I will tell you. Did you see any error now?
No.
No, but still you can able to give decimal points, correct?
Correct.
Okay, let me give here also we have some range.
It doesn't give the error.
Yeah, there is a certain range is there. What is that range? It will fail. What is the range? Yes, this is the range basically. So it can able to hold 754 floating point. After point, right, I can able to type this many positions.
Oh, so you can type up to.
Yeah, but here I'm not able to type 754 numbers I need to type.
Okay.
And this is a type 64 bit. It's a memory how it will organize internally. It will use 64 bit.
Correct.
Okay. And say for instance, so 64 bit means it will take more memory, right?
Right.
Okay, let me make it simple. Correct. So it is a 64 bit memory organizer. Internally, how it will store. I mean, initially I told, right, we don't need to care about memory, correct?
Correct.
So this is a 64 bit style. How the memory will be saved internally. So basically it will use 64 bit format. Okay, let me say for instance. Did you see any difference here? You are getting some compilation error, right?
Correct.
So what is telling to just to solve that issue, mention F. So it
Right.
will ignore F and it will try to save this value.
So in that case, I can hold the infinity number of the value, and at the
Yes.
end, I have to put the F, right?
F. Yes, and it will use 34 bit system.
Okay.
So in this case, you can able to save memory, right?
Yeah, it's taking less memory.
Yes. So that is the basic difference between double and float. If you want to save floating points, then you have to go for either double or float.
Okay.
That is based on your requirement.
Mhm.
And basically float will save bigger values. It will use 32-bit system. It's internally how the data will be saved. So it will use that 64-bit style and 32-bit style. So, but you no need to care what 32 or 62-bit. We no need to care all those things. JVM will take care. Just for our understanding purpose, I'm telling.
Okay.
Okay, these are the number data types.
Hmm.
And string is a when it can able to hold multiple strings, multiple chars. Sorry, 3 chars, right?
Okay. Is it infinity number of character or?
Yes. You can.
Okay. All right. As much I
Yes.
wanted to put it within a quotation, right?
Yes, you can add.
Yeah. Actually, I read a sentence in that.
Yeah. Okay. This is say for instance you have a requirement you have a requirement to, you want to save only one char,
Okay.
then you can use char and name, variable name, whatever you want, and can assign the single char.
Okay.
So this is a char data type, correct?
Correct.
So let me give, see it is giving error. So you are telling a char, but you are trying to assign more than one character, correct?
Okay.
So it will not take, it will take only single char.
Okay.
Now you know the difference, right? Char and string.
Yes.
String means it will take more than one char, one or more than one char. Char means it will take only one char.
Okay. One character. Okay.
One character, yes. Now byte. If you see that there is another data type called byte.
Right.
So byte also is holding a number data type, but it's a very less compared to the size is very less compared to the integer. So if I give here one more number, right, it will fail. See, it is telling too large.
Hmm.
Cannot convert from integer to byte. So what is the size? If you want, you can see here the range of the byte. Yes, this is the range of the byte. So you can able to save from it can able to hold the value from minus 128 to 127. Beyond that, it's not able to hold. If you want to save minus 127, it can able to hold. Okay, minus means negative value, right?
Correct.
Minus means negative value.
Correct.
Say for instance, byte b equal to 128. So this is the maximum value.
Okay.
Can able to hold minus 127. So minus 128 to minus 128 to till maximum 127 it can able to save. It will not, it is not able to save 128 also. There is a certain range for byte. Say for instance, this is minus 128. After that minus 127. Correct?
Right.
Dot. At certain time you will get 0, comma 1,
Right.
comma 2. At dot. At certain time you will get 126, 127. Correct?
So yeah. So
Yeah.
it goes from negative 127 to positive 127.
Maximum, that's all. After that it's not able to hold the values.
Okay.
This is the range.
Okay.
It will take less memory compared to the int. We need some memory, right, to save these values.
Right.
So memory size is less compared to int.
Right.
That is your based on your requirement. You can select if you want to save less than 128 values.
So when you say the memory, is this the whenever you do the programming, right?
Yes. Okay.
If you using the let's say 64-bit memory, right? And for the little simple thing that you could do to the b, which is
Okay.
like a bit, right? But you're using integer and double.
Mm-hmm.
and to holding a big number. I mean the integer and long,
Mm-hmm.
which is using a big times of the memory location.
Yes, yeah.
So in this case, the performance of the application is slows down because of the database memory.
Obviously, yes.
Oh, okay. So
So if
okay,
you want to save 10 to only two digit, then why we are using integer? You can use
correct.
byte, no? It will save, right?
So yeah, so in that case, the application itself is gonna perform is better than.
Yes.
Okay. I'm
Let's
just trying
suppose.
to
Yeah,
correlate.
correct. That is correct. If you want to save bigger numbers, then we have to go for long or integer, correct?
Correct.
That is your based on your usage, your requirement. So all those things will give the performance.
Right.
So based on your usage, you have to select you have to use byte or long or integer. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, now there is another data type called bit. Byte we saw, char, string, int, long, float, double array we will see. Before that, we will show bit. What is bit? Bit. So bit, right? Bit basically it's a data type, but we are not using that data type. Who will use that bit data type? Bit data type will be used by memory. So internal memory. So what is the memory it will use, right? So whenever you are trying to save anything, so what JVM will do? JVM will convert that data into ones and zeros, correct?
Correct.
Binary format, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It will convert into ones and zeros. This each number one or zero is called as a bit. So 1 byte equal to 8 bits. So if you are trying to save here one number, one one byte number, so it required 8 bits. This is the size basically.
Mm-hmm.
So when we are trying to save byte, right? So it required 8 bits of size. 8 bits means like this. How much it will convert like this and it will save.
So it's just eight integer.
8 ones and zeros it will convert internally and it will save.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
a
it's
memory. Yes, it's a memory or structure.
okay.
1 byte equal to 8 bits
Mm-hmm.
and integer 32,
Okay.
32, 64, 64 bits.
Mm-hmm.
So this one we can say memory size. 1
Right.
byte equal to 8 bits, integer equal 32 bit, long 64, something like that. It's keep on increasing.
Correct.
So
Okay.
this is a memory. I mean, how much size it will occupy.
Right.
So bit is it's kind of scaling of your data in case of memory.
Right.
So these are the possible data types, and this is the example of one method which is having void as a return type. I'm not returning anything, right? This is my business logic, correct?
Correct.
I mean, I don't want to return anything at the end. If I
Okay.
want to print, I can write here and I can call. Correct?
Correct.
Okay, now so far you got some idea, right, about methods,
Correct.
methods and data types, correct?
Yep.
Methods and data types, and the last data type is array, correct?
Right.
So what is array? We will see. Array means, say for instance, here string. So you can able to save only one word, right? Only one word or one sentence, correct?
Correct.
I want to save more than one word or more than one sentence.
Okay.
Or I want to save more than one integer numbers, more than one blocks. How to save it? So can you say string all? This is the array symbol. Open bracket, close bracket. This is a string, right?
Mm-hmm.
String, a data type, and this is a array symbol. Array means it can able to hold more than one
Value.
ABC1, comma PQR, comma XYZ. XYZ. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
This is one string, two string, three strings. Correct?
Correct.
So like that you can able to assign n number of strings.
Right. But okay.
You got it, right? The difference between this is having only one string, right?
Right.
But here how many strings is there?
There's more than one string.
More than one. Same way, if I want to save more than, let me give FA or KX marks. I want to save all student marks.
Okay. So
Marks is a number, right?
right.
12, comma 32, comma 10, comma. Correct?
Right.
I can able to save more number of integers into one variable. This is a variable and this is the return type and this is a array symbol.
Yeah. Is this the symbol? Is holds the creates the space in
Yes.
for the variable.
Yes, how it will assign internally, that and all you no need to care, just for our understanding purpose I'm telling. So what it will allocate the memory? Integer, right?
Right.
Integer generally it will take how many bytes? Say for instance 32. One byte it will take 32. But we need how many element? How many integers is there here? 1, 2. Say for instance 10.
Right.
So it will create 10 blocks like this, continuous blocks.
Right.
10 blah 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 blah. This is last block.
Mm-hmm.
And
it will go with the 32.